This is the DXV channel. The story of David, music, purpose, and the beginning of a journey. Welcome to Destiny Times Vision. My name is Marco, and I am excited that you are here with us today. Destiny Times Vision is a Christian media company where we explore faith, music, creativity, culture, and inspiring people through media. As I was exploring what the first episode should be to begin with, to get things going, I couldn't think of a better story than to talk about the story of King David. As we know, thousands of years later, King David remains one of the most recognized figures in Scripture. He was a shepherd, musician, songwriter, warrior, and eventually king. His story continues to inspire books, films, music, television, and conversations like today's. In many ways, David's story reflects the very themes that Destiny Times Vision hopes to explore. So, let's begin. The shepherd and musician. When many people think about David, they think about Goliath or his time as king. But before any of that, David was a shepherd. He spent countless hours tending sheep, often unnoticed and overlooked. It was during those quiet seasons that David developed many of the gifts that would later shape his future. One of those gifts was music. In 1 Samuel 16:23, we read, quote, "And whenever the harmful spirit from God was upon Saul, David took the lyre and played it with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the harmful spirit departed from him." Quote. So, before David was known for leading a nation, he was known for faithfully using his gift. That stands out to me. Why? Well, because David's music wasn't about recognition. It wasn't about fame. It was an act of service. Simple. Preparation before purpose. One of the most fascinating parts of David's story is that he was anointed long before he became king. There was a season of preparation, a season of waiting, a season of learning, a season where very few people could see what God was doing. David faced challenges, uncertainty, rejection, and setbacks, like all of us. Yet, throughout those experiences, God continued shaping his character and preparing him for what was ahead. I think perhaps many of us can relate to that. Sometimes we feel like we're waiting for the next opportunity, the next breakthrough, or the next chapter. But David reminds us that preparation is not wasted time. Often, just often, my friend, it is where the most important growth happens. Music, creativity, and influence. Now, as someone who has always been drawn to music and creativity, David's story definitely resonates with me. I have always seen music to have a unique ability to encourage, inspire, comfort, and bring people together. And I must add, therapeutic. Throughout history, music has shaped cultures, movements, and personal stories. So, David understood that. Many of the Psalms we still read today began as personal prayers, reflections, and songs. David's creativity became part of his legacy. It challenges not only me, but I hope it challenges our audience, our listeners, to think about how we use our own gifts. Whether it's music, writing, art, media, or simply encouraging each other, every gift has the potential to influence someone. Why the story of David still matters today. What I find remarkable is that David's story continues to inspire people today. We're seeing new creative works, music, and storytelling projects centered around David's life and journey. As a Christian, I always get excited when any and all stories of the Bible come into adaptations, any and all times. So, what does that tell us? That tells us something important. The themes found in David's story are timeless: purpose, faith, perseverance, creativity, leadership, growth. These are themes people continue searching for generation after generation. This is the Destiny Times Vision channel.